Hello friends, today's detail is a 2008 Dodge Caravan, but first you're going to see some before pictures of what it looked like when I did this minivan 6 weeks ago, my very first day on the job. And here is the video I took today after deciding that this Caravan really needed to be detailed properly. I went into work Monday and I vacuumed out the driver's areas and made sure everything was cleaned up right on the line. And when I got to the Caravan, I looked at it probably 5 times thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. And it was obvious I had zero experience when I did this Caravan, being my very first one. So I asked the seller, which would have been my dad, if I could do it again free of charge. And he said, sure. 6 weeks ago, when I took this job, I had absolutely zero experience. I was thinking, oh, hey, I can vacuum. If I can vacuum, surely to heaven I can do this. But in the last 6 weeks, I have learned so much from so many really good detailers out there. A lot of them have their own mobile detailing businesses. And you've heard me say before that I have truly fallen in love with this particular trade. I really do. I think it's something that I can do if I could just learn. And of course, there's nowhere for me to go to school and learn this. So watching them on YouTube has really made the difference in the last 6 weeks. So coming back and doing this minivan, to me, kind of shows how I have grown in this short amount of time. One thing that I have learned over the last 6 weeks is the psychology of detailing. I am a perfectionist. So in my mind, when I do these details, I have to literally perfect it. I have to get every stain out. I really have to get in there and do what it is that I need to do to make it happen. But the fact of the matter is, I don't have the resources available to me. And even if I did, there are still going to be vehicles that I detail that are not going to come out perfect. So in the end, I just needed to change my way of thinking. So I have been working on that the last few weeks. One part of detailing that I have struggled with because of the psychology of all of this and the lack of knowledge is the carpets. So I made a video about a week or so ago about how the carpets have left me defeated. And I asked anybody for some advice. Well, I got several messages from some friends with some old time advice. And this week has been a total game changer where these carpets and seats and stains and all of that have come into play. And as you saw, it's Windex. Windex and other glass cleaners have the right amount of ammonia in them that it breaks down, or it helps to break down some of these stains and the soils in these carpets. And when you pre-treat with it and then come in behind it with a cleaner, and in my friend's case, actually a couple of friends, OxyClean is the other cleaner, and it has made the biggest difference. When I made that video a week ago, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go and spend tons of money on these carpet cleaners and these cleaners to get the seats clean, and I'm never going to get where I want to be. And I'm learning that that's actually not the case. If I just accept the fact that I don't have to have it perfect. In the last 6 weeks, I've learned how to use a drill brush. I've learned how to use the steamer. I've learned how to manage the extractor a little bit better. And as time goes on, I'm learning more and more about stains and how to break them down, the products that will break them down. I'm learning that I don't have to go and break the bank in order to become a good detailer. Like I said a little while ago, it's all in the psychology. I'm a perfectionist. I want perfection. But the simple reality is you're just not going to get it in a lot of these cars, especially in the line of work I'm doing. I'm detailing used cars. I'm learning new techniques to use these tools with, such as what I just did. Using the steamer on the seats after I've sprayed them down, and then using my microfiber towel to go and clean it up, and then I can go back with the extractor and try and work some of that stuff out of there. So, as I've come to realize and accept the reality that some of these used cars just aren't going to turn out perfect and every stain is not going to come out, I still am keeping with the thought that I still need to give my 100%. Now, I'm not always going to get every spot. I may miss a spot. I may miss a step. I'm still learning a system or building a system. But either way, I still want to give my 100%. And I just hope that that is enough. I think the minivan turned out 10 times better than it was when I started today. And it's 100% better than what it was 6 weeks ago on my first day on the job when I detailed it the first time. So I think I've accomplished a little bit in the last 6 weeks. I'm actually very proud of myself for doing this and being able to pull off what I did with the tips and tricks that I've learned so far. Detailing to me 6 weeks ago was, hey, I can vacuum and I can wipe things down. But I've learned since that detailing is in the details. And I hope that I can continue to fine tune the details. I want to send a great big shout out to And a huge thank you to the mobile detailers out there. If it hadn't been for your videos, I don't know where I would be today, because I was clueless. And I'm still learning. I mean, this is definitely going to take a little bit of time, but I'm giving it my best shot with their help, even though they don't realize it. And I hope that going forward in the future, this is the direction I can go.